Okay, so Monday was closed, Tuesday down we went. Today closed at low of day. Continuation very, very possible. Remember, we're at all-time highs. We do have news. We have news every day, but Thursday we have ADP, ISM. Friday we have NFP, big stuff. So it's kind of larger than your average caliber kind of news coming up the next 2 days. With all that said, because charts seem to coincide with news, DXY, we came all the way back down, all the way down to 100.5-ish, 6 actually. Bounce, there's that little dead cat bounce. I thought we maybe get to 102. We're off by a millimeter or so. Down we go again today. DXY down 0.5%. By the way, US dollar, Japanese yen getting very damn close to that last. I mean, look at that. That's pretty much on a daily candle. Like, yeah, we've gone lower, but open and close wise, this is as low as we've been. So, okay, obviously the news will move things. There'll probably be this usual swing both ways the moment news comes out, but that's pretty damn bearish, US dollar, Japanese yen. And, I mentioned if we go down, that should coincide with a flush in the markets because this was the yen carry trade unwind, which flushed the markets. Now, the yen carry trade is kind of over, but we are going down. It's probably not because of this, but, it can only hurt. So I still think, I said the markets should probably come down a bit. I said that I thought miners will come down. We'll get to that later. They've done that. Miners have gone down with the markets. That's despite the dollar being weak. Anyway, point being, just to cover the DXY, we bounced and now we're rolling over. Let's see if we're going to retest this 100.6 zone with news. It's all about whether we close on a daily basis, especially on a weekly. Imagine by Friday we close below 100.5, then we're destined to test this 99.5, and that is highly, highly significant. And we're probably going to start flushing down to when we were with Trump, and that will probably coincide quite well with Trump coming back. So DXY, let's see what happens. US dollar, Japanese yen, very important. Let's look at bonds because that is coinciding as well. Absolutely mirror image of DXY, to be honest. So I think the same will happen, right? Let's close below the last when we're actually closer here than the DXY. I see that. I mean, look, let's see. And next week we have the all important FOMC, but let's see. At the moment, the charts are very bearish. We've had our little bounce, but the yields are just coming down. Oh, look at the 2 year, Jesus. People are buying bonds out of safety as stocks roll over. Let's look at gold and silver. You know what? Let's look at some other stuff. I mean, look at copper. That's getting smashed in the face, just like oil getting smashed. Look at that. It's lost its 72 point something support. Closes below 70. Now we're testing these levels that I've drawn in ages ago. Look at this ascending. Look at this horizontal. You're pretty much going to coincide around here. Let's call it mid to high 60s. You should get a bounce. But what does it mean though? Oil and copper going down. Here's your retest of the descending, coinciding with a bit of a horizontal level. You should have something there. That just means that I hate saying this, but the economy is weak. Copper is Dr. Copper, oil, as oil goes down because there's less demand because the global economy is just getting weaker. And here's your recession narrative coming in. And that's also why silver, let's just bring it back to gold and silver. Okay, today wasn't the worst day, but obviously, actually, gold's been really impressive, right? Everything gets smashed. We know everything gets sold off. Gold got sold off, but look at that. I'm talking about Tuesday here, the first trading day of the week. Whilst everything is getting filleted in the face, you've got gold pretty, I don't want to say unchanged, down, but very ever so slightly. Today, another nice candle. Look at this support that's being proven here around this 2480, 2480-ish, right? Plus or minus $5, $10. And when you're trading up in these levels, that's the same thing. So this 2470-80 zone is really impressive. Gold, amazing. I still think we're going to get a bit of a flush in the markets and gold will not be able to remain unscathed, but it'll probably outperform as usual. Silver, though, not today, but smashed a little bit yesterday, right? Down 3% or something. But again, compared to the other commodities, it's copper especially and oil and uranium. I never cover uranium, but I have my eye on that. That got absolutely butchered yesterday, like 6%. And that is that has as good a long-term thesis as gold and silver. Maybe not as good in my opinion, but still. So basically everything got smashed. Now let's look at miners. They got destroyed. Today, they've been following the markets. Like silver, the miners, they got destroyed. Gold was resilient as hell. That's its job, and that's what it's proven to be doing. But the miners absolutely, and I was looking forward to this. And then, of course, when it happened, I was like, oh my God, I should have sold more. But you can never have it both ways. That's also why I'm never too unhappy when it goes up, even though I want to flush. I've got quite a bit in it, but I got a lot on the sidelines. I bought nothing. I nibbled some CDE, but I basically bought nothing yesterday, nothing today. We've got a bit of a, not really. I still think that we're going to go lower. I still think that even though the DXY is going to go down and gold will kind of hold its own, I still think general markets will go lower. I didn't even show you the NASDAQ, for example. Nvidia yesterday down 10%. It's only just begun. And at the moment, right, look at today's daily close. You just compare it to like this is GDXJ. Look at that. NASDAQ or the S&P. It's the same candle. It's the same candle, right? Let's just take GDX. It's the same candle. You close near low of day, unchanged. So the point is the miners are following the markets, and I think the markets have lower to go. So although I'm happy with the flush, I pretty much haven't bought anything because I think I can still get it cheaper. This is me being greedy, right? We're down like seven. How much are we down since like that's Friday, isn't it? Yeah. So Friday's close was here. Okay, well, this is GDX, but in SIL-J, imagine, yeah, SIL-J, for example, right? Much lower. Look at that. That's even the worst candle. So silver is weaker. Look at that. From Friday's close, bam, down 7% at the moment. That's a huge move in 2 trading days. And where can we go? The ascending support. Look at this. Look at this zone here for SIL-J. Obviously it depends on silver, but that's pretty strong. You've got the horizontal and you've got the ascending, right? GDXJ, pretty similar stuff. You've got the ascending. I don't know what that's doing there, but pretty much around here. It could go a little lower and hit this and then rally and have a close here, 42-ish, but that close was not great. So you see what I mean? A bit more downside. Am I being greedy? Yes, but let's zoom out and let's remember, in the end, these guys follow the markets, right? They'll probably outperform on the way down and on the way up, but still, it follows the markets. And the best thing to do is just get out and buy lower. But because I never know exactly when it's going to turn, I like to have a bit in. So I'm light, but I'm in. And just before I look at Nvidia, that's the same candle as what we're seeing on the miners. It's ridiculous that we're trading in line with Nvidia. Is Nvidia the market? Yeah, kind of. It is for now. And Nvidia has a long way down to go. And imagine Nvidia starts to really flush and this bubble pops. Even if they cut rates, imagine it starts to drop with rate cuts, which is actually possible. And I've been saying that it's a bit like that 2016. They raise rates. Oh my God, gold starts to take off, and that was the bottom in gold. And now they finally cut rates. Is that the top? No, but I've been saying it for like 1 or 2 weeks that I'm actually thinking about that because it's all about buy the rumor, sell the fact. And we've been buying the rumor and we've been going up with the markets. And as the market comes down now, maybe some of the miners come down. I still think royalty and the seniors will outperform the sort of mid-tier and junior silver speculations. So I'm happy to buy, to be honest, on the way down, as I'm not sure, I'm probably going to stick with the Newmonts, the Barracks. Look at them outperforming. Barrick, yeah, it's come down a bit there, but it's outperformed in the last like 2, 3, 4 weeks. Agnico, just like Newmont, just so strong, just coming down like at 2, 3%. It's nothing. Wheaton, right? Franco-Nevada, which doesn't have a stronger chart, but those Pan America, that's actually weak, and I'm happy because I think this is the beast, and this I can get. I'm looking to get it in low 18s. Still didn't buy that. Still, I thought that silver would come down. I thought the mines would come down. We have come down. I still think I can come a bit lower with the markets. I know the news could flush us, it could send us up, but just overall, I feel like we could go a bit lower. And that's why I've got quite a bit more on the sidelines. I've been looking forward to this. So yeah, the seniors are holding up as usual. The silver stocks, actually First Majestic is not the worst. It has been really bad coming down. Look how low we went. But I've been trimming this move. Yes, I trimmed the gap fill thinking that was it. Where was the gap fill here? Forgot. And then it kept going, but I kept selling. And now we're coming down. And, we came down like 10% on some of these stocks. Heckler, I was looking at it here. I was trimming up here. Bam, we're down huge on Heckler. Like, yes, what is that? Close from Friday. We hit 10% at one point. Actually, I did buy some Heckler. I think I did some very light buys, but I'm looking for a lower move, lower move. I think Heckler and CDE I bought because they were both down 10%, and they're my favorite silvers. Look at that CDE, absolute monster stock. Down, yeah, 10%. Had to trim, had to nibble into that. Can it go lower? Yes, it can. We can go down to 480s or something. Imagine the market really flushes. Silver starts to go down even more. Let's look at silver real quick, yeah? Look at that. Yes, it's done okay today, but if the market flushes, even with the dollar going down, you can get it 27.5. Who knows? 26.5. Where do you think the miners are going to be when it's there? I do think silver will be strong, medium to long term, but you can get it cheaper, maybe. Maybe. So yeah, Heckler CD for the usual suspects, Fortuna, boom, down. They all were down like 8, 9, 10%, 7, 8, 9, 10, even 11%. What's the other one? EXK. They all had their nice little bounce. Yes, they did the gap fill. I sold there. They kept on going. I sold the next level, which I forgot, but I kind of nailed it. And down we are. And we're probably like one bad day away from the lows on some of these. Even Mag Silver, which hasn't really been that weak. Look at that. Bam. Huge day on Tuesday. Just down. That was also like 7, yeah, 6, 7%. So tell you what, the gold fields, that one's been okay. Because that was up. Was it up yesterday? Like unchanged or something? No, on Tuesday, it was basically almost unchanged. I think it even went green at one point. And look where that is there. I've been really, look at that. Look at that ascending on gold fields. Look at these pivot levels. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We're there now. It's just, I think that's a great buy. But I'm holding off buying because I just sometimes you just want to wait and see. And I think we can go a bit lower. It's being greedy. I did the smallest nibbles, they don't even count. Just to say been here, but otherwise I'm my plan is to buy very, very lightly in the aggressive silver stocks as we come down, like a minus 10% day. Yes, I'll nibble. But really, I'm just looking at the seniors, the senior royalty stocks, basically the top 5 here with Franco-Nevada. That's it. Maybe I am gold because that's been really strong. So if it comes down here, basically what I said in my last weekend update that I'm looking to buy on big drops because I think there's going to be a flush and we're halfway through a flush. So, but we're not done. The panic has just started. I mean, one last look. Nasdaq leads us on the way up. Where are we? We're all the way up there. And remember, down here, where what? Jesus, I don't even know where we are anymore. This is the recession low, right? We've been rallying for ages, making new highs. Doesn't even make sense. I was wondering why the hell are we going up? I remember the DAX was the first one to make new highs. What was that about? I saw the DAX all the way up here whilst we're talking about recession and inflation. Kept on going. Well, it's because the markets are pricing in inflation. Look at the Zimbabwe or the 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 Germany in the 30s or something, or Argentina, their stock markets just took off because of inflation, hyperinflation. I think that's what this is across the Western world. So, but still, you're going to have these drawdowns, and I think the miners come down with the markets, so that's how you maximize your profits, minimize your losses, sell a little bit, buy a bit more, swing trade around your long-term holds. So anyway, let's see what happens. Thursday, Friday, big news. Next week, big news. It's going to swing either way. It's a bit of a guessing game, but overall, I think I can get it a little bit lower. So, all right, good luck out there.